name is Jennifer. I'm in Penn Foster's veterinary technician program, and today I will be performing a jugular blood draw on our canine patient here. I have my syringe, my alcohol, and my blood tube that I'm going to be putting the blood in after I collect it. So I'm having my assistant here restrain for me. Want to make sure that the patient's head is completely immobilized so that I have full access to the patient's neck. What I'm going to do is I'm going to feel the neck. I'm going to go for the left side of the patient's neck. I'm going to bring my index and middle finger from my other non-dominant hand into the thoracic inlet of the patient, and it's going to act like a tourniquet so that the vein pops out so I can feel and find it better. The next thing I'm going to do is take my dominant hand and feel around for the vein, which I have located. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply a little bit of alcohol. I'm trying with the alcohol at this point to mat the hair down so that I have a better field of vision, and I'm just going to feel one more time and really locate the vein, because I don't want to fish when I get in there. I don't want to introduce my needle and start doing this. I just want to poke it and be in it. Your head back just a little. And now I've touched it, so I have to apply more alcohol. I'm going to uncap my needle. Needle always goes with bevel up. I'm going to introduce my needle into the patient's skin and slowly pull for a blood draw. I'm only pulling for a heartworm test, so I'm only going to take 1.5 cc's of blood. I'm going to apply pressure once I remove my needle. My assistant then places her hand where my hand was, and I'm going to insert my needle into the blood tube so that it can be prepared for whatever diagnostics we're doing with it today. Today I will be performing a jugular draw on our canine patient. I have my alcohol, my syringe and needle, as well as the blood tube that the blood is going to go into. So to start, I'm going to apply my hand to the patient's neck, act as a tourniquet. It's going to go to the thoracic inlet. I'm going to palpate and locate the jugular, and I found it. I'm going to go ahead and apply some alcohol. Oh no, sweet girl, you're okay. I'm going to feel it just one more time. A little more. I'm going to uncap my needle.
Stay.
And I'm going to insert bevel up.
Stay.
And slowly pull so I don't collapse anything. And that's it. I'm going to place my hand over the needle, and that is how you do a canine jugular blood draw. And today I will be doing a cephalic blood draw on our canine patient here. I have my needle and syringe, my blood tube, and my alcohol to clean this site. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to our patient. My assistant is going to restrain him for me, make sure that he can't get me with his head. She's also going to hold the arm off right at the elbow. It's going to act like a tourniquet so that the vein pops up. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to squish the paw to kind of help the blood pop up as well. And I'm also feeling the structures in the leg to see how everything is. My non-dominant hand is going to come on the other side of the vein to support it. I'm going to feel one more time here. A little bit more alcohol. Uncap my needle. We're going to introduce the needle in bevel up. And just draw slowly. Do you want 2.5 cc's? Yes. Nice and slow so I don't collapse the vein as I'm drawing the blood out. My finger goes over the needle, and she's going to hold off the rest of the leg for me. I'm going to then put my blood into my appropriate blood tube. And today I'll be performing a cephalic blood draw on our patient. I have my assistant here restraining for me in sternal recumbency. I have my needle and syringe, my blood tube, and my alcohol to disinfect the area. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is have my assistant hold the head so that she doesn't try to bite me. And I'm going to have her hold off the vein so that it acts as a tourniquet. I'm going to feel the structures of the leg, kind of orient myself, see what's going on. I'm going to apply some alcohol. I know it's cold, love. I'm going to uncap my needle. I'm going to go into the vein, bevel up. I'm only pulling for heart rhythm tests, so that's all I need. And today I will be doing a lateral esophagus blood draw on our cannula patient here. Today I have our needle and syringe, the tube that's going to be receiving the blood sample, and also the alcohol. So what I'm going to do, my assistant is going to restrain for me. Our patient is in lateral recumbency currently. And what she's going to do is she's going to hold off the vein for me so that it bulges out and pops up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feel for the vein first, kind of feel the structures of the leg, see if everything is normal before I poke it. And I have identified where my vein is. It runs kind of like this. So I found it. I'm just going to apply our alcohol here. Fine. And I've touched it, so I have to apply a little bit more alcohol here. So I've uncapped my needle. I'm going to go into the vein, bevel up.
You're okay, Trevor.
I'm going to put my thumb next to the vein to stabilize, and then insert the needle. Sometimes the veins are rolly. And I'm just going to pull slowly so I don't collapse the vein while I'm in it. And then I'm going to place my finger over the needle and pull out. And now I'm going to place the blood into the tube. And that is my lateral esophagus blood draw on a canine patient.
And today I will be performing a feline jugular draw. So what I have to start is my needle and syringe and alcohol. I have a patient and I also have my assistant that's going to help restrain for me. So she's going to restrain him sturdily so that I have access to his neck. She's going to pull his neck up so that I have access to the jugular on the side. So what I do is I go ahead and put my thumb in the thoracic inlet to help the vein pop out. And what I'm doing now is I'm just feeling the vein. Put some alcohol on just to grab the hair down and pop it in. Introduce my needle and bevel up. That is how you do a jugular draw on a feline.
Hi, I'm going to be doing a jugular blood draw on a feline. Today I have my patient restraining. She has the patient's head in her hands. We're going to be applying lateral recumbency today. So what I'm doing currently is I'm applying my non-dominant hand into the patient's thoracic inlet to act as a tourniquet. Next thing I'm going to do is palpate the neck for the vein. It's right there. I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of alcohol. Just feel one more time. And apply one more because I touched it, and then take the cap off of the needle. You're going to introduce the needle in, bevel up. And it's rolly. Oh, there we go. And I got a flash, and I'm just gonna pull slowly and then put my finger over the neck, and that is how you do a jugular blood draw on a feline. And today I'll be performing a cephalic blood draw on this kitten. So today I have my needle and syringe, and as well as my blood tube for collection. I'm gonna have my assistant restrain the patient for me, and she's also gonna hold off the vein to act as a tourniquet. I'm gonna come in here, feel the arm, see how it is.
You're okay, kitten. You're
Apply
okay.
a little bit of alcohol. You're okay. I'm gonna cock my needle and uncap the syringe.
It's okay.
I'm going to put my thumb next to the vein to support it. Insert the needle, bevel up.
Okay, kitten. You're okay, kitten.
And just pull slowly so I don't collapse the vein.
It's okay. You're okay.
Will come out, and I'll hold my finger over it and have my assistant place her finger over it as well. And today I will be performing a cephalic blood draw on a feline patient. So I'm going to have my assistant restrain for me. She's also going to hold off the vein so it pops up, so I have an easier time collecting the blood sample. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the patient's paw. I'm going to feel the structures of the leg. Oh no, baby.
You're okay. You're okay. I know.
Put some alcohol.
You're okay.
Touched it. Some more.
You're
Introduce
okay.
the needle, bevel up. Oh, no.
You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Good kitty. Good kitty.
And I'm going to draw slowly so I don't collapse the vein.
I know. I know. There you go. You're okay.
And we'll be doing medial saphenous blood draw on a feline patient. So today our patient is being held in a lateral recumbency. I am going to be holding her left hind leg, which is the leg I'm going to be drawing from. So to start, I'm just going to feel the leg, and I'm going to see, kind of orient myself to where all the structures are. And right here I'm feeling the vein popping out. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of alcohol. You might want to zoom in on the action. So I found my vein. It's right here. I've uncapped my needle. I'm going to go in, bevel up. I'm going to place the vein next to my thumb so that it can stabilize. I'm going to go into the skin. I'm in the vein, and I'm just going to slowly start pulling so that I don't collapse it. Just slowly. And I'm only pulling for an FELV, FEIV test, so I'm only going to stop there. I'm going to pull out, and I'm going to hold the vein so it doesn't blow. And I have my blood sample.